All right, bear with me. It's cigarette pushing time. What I don't understand is what's wrong with the people who institute the policies of the left. I've worked for and with people with those kind of ideas and so forth and so on. Individually, they're just like everybody else. They basically say the same things and want the same things that everybody else does. They want to be treated fairly. They want to have a fair shake at whatever they're trying to do or whatever. What I don't understand is how it changes when they get to work and they're around a group of people or they're in a public setting and they turn into what amounts to self-centered tyrants. I don't get that. I won't personally put up with that kind of behavior from anyone. And I don't give a rat's ass who they are. It could be the president of the United States. And if you start stepping on my toes and talking down to me or any of the stuff we see from the left, I mean, let's face it, they're elitists who think only their ideas are the ideas that we should all go by and all that fun stuff. How is it you can be so reasonable individually, but once you're in a group setting, all that goes out the window? And then you take it one step further. How is it that individually you can manage to say all the right things, hold the right ideas, even speak a decent game about religion, and go do the things that you do and promote the things that you promote? It makes zero sense to me. All to be liked, all to be accepted. What about integrity? What about being true to what's in your heart instead of throwing it away to be accepted by the group? That's, to me, that's cuckoo. It's crazy. And it's destructive for other people. I mean, I've known people that get off on destroying other people. Indeed, I have. Hell, I could make a whole YouTube channel about knowing and being around people like that. But I don't dwell on it. And I can forgive it, but I'll never forget it because there are too many valuable lessons involved with having to deal with stuff like that. I know how the upper echelons of the left and what's called the liberal movement, how they work, how it works. I've seen it in action. And I can't really get into detail here, but I can provide a general example. If you want to be in a gang, you got to get jumped in. In other words, you have to voluntarily let a group of people whoop your ass. You want to be in the mob? You got to do the deed. And doing the deed means taking somebody out. You want to be in the upper levels of a motorcycle gang? pretty much the same thing. But for the elites, or at least was the elitists that we've been watching, they got a whole different program that way. It's still called doing the deed. It's just who are you doing the deed with? And if you do the deed, then you're just like them. And you have a secret to protect. And you'll dance like a puppet on a string and promote whatever the hell they tell you, to avoid being exposed for what you've done. But I don't think all the people on the left are that way. You got to be worth something to them to be offered that opportunity. So again, back to my original question. Why? Most of the people, and I guess I'd say this to the people who work behind the scenes at YouTube, they know you know what your bosses are like. You know what the people who hold power within the corporations you work in are like. You really want to emulate that? You think that's cool? You gotta be kidding me. That's what you aspire to be cold to people, to look down at them, to talk to them like they don't count. That's your purpose in life? How's that even possible? What kind of person decides that's the path they want to follow? I'd rather spend all of my time alone than follow that path. I'd rather spend time wondering where my next meal might come from than to be that kind of a person. But I guess I'm a special case that way. Because it would appear that a lot of people, on the left at least, think they have to be screwing people over and cheating people out of opportunities in order to get ahead. And from the way I understand it, and I was confirmed in the church. I ain't no Bible scholar, but I know how all this works. If that's what's the term I'm looking for? The philosophy you're going to subscribe to for your life, every day you do that, you walk further and further away from your soul. Every time you talk down to someone, screw somebody over and call it fun or whatever just because you can do it, that's how you lose your soul. And from what I know about hell, it ain't no picnic. You're not going to get in there with an upper management position. Oh no. Unless you're willing to do real evil. And this comes back to personal experience. Most people don't have the stomach for real evil. It's a lot like combat. People talk big, talk like they're all that, until they step out on the battlefield and things get real. And that's when you find out what people are made of. Because people, for the most part, can say whatever the hell they want. But the proof is in the pudding. So the people who are individuals one-on-one and talk sense, yet turn on the things that they say once they go to work or are surrounded by other people with similar evil ideas, you're not ready to do real evil. It takes a hard heart to be evil. And if you want to have a hard heart, you're giving up your soul. And you're going to pay for it in the long run. Maybe for eternity.